Me on, there we go. We're here. Got the hat on. You know what that means? Didn't exactly comb it today. Comments are good. We're all there. Hey, Entrepreneur Magazine, cool articles. I got to tell you. You know what? And this actually fits in 100% over here. It's like, what comes first, man? The excitement of doing something or the knowledge to actually get it done? Man, where would you go first? Errol, good afternoon, man. Hope you're feeling better. And, and actually, your story probably fits in well with the whole thing, but what do you do first? Do you learn how to do something or you just go out there and do it? Well, I tell you, it's exciting to go out there and do it. So where do you get that excitement from? Well, you follow guys like Earl, you follow guys like Chris, you follow guys like James Martinez too, pushing forward with trying all kinds of new things at the digital media. Maybe you follow Mike over there with with all those photos and different places to go. You go on Facebook, you see these crazy things that continue to come up. Crazy things. I got to do that. Should you be prepared to do it? It depends. It absolutely depends. I mean, the coolest thing I saw yesterday on Facebook was besides a picture of you, Errol, was this bicycle thing. Hey, Mike, how are you, my friend? Was that bicycle capsule thing? So it was a capsule, a plexiglass capsule you'd get in. You pedal. It's on a rail. The rail is above you, and you're, I don't know, 10 or 15 feet above the ground, and you bicycle pedal like a recumbent bicycle, and you go. And now I'm thinking, and Mike, Errol, we'll tie the two of you in together on this one. And here's what I was thinking. Epcal Park, that executive park in Campbellton, New York, which seems to be permanently up in the air as to what's going on with that whole thing. But how cool would this be? And this is where the wow factor comes in before you actually understand any of the details, which is probably the world I live in more than anything else. But I ain't building rocket ships, so we're okay. But wouldn't it be cool if there was this, let's call it a monorail, right? The rail that this bicycle pod thing was on, went around the entire park, maybe interior a little bit. This way you don't just see it from the road. Maybe it's painted green, a green-brown camouflage kind of thing. This way it blends right in. And you bicycle all around the park. Crazy idea? I don't think so. What would it satisfy? What would something crazy like that satisfy? Well, one, there's already a bicycle path, a running trail all around the park. So, you know what? That's not that crazy of an idea from a location standpoint. It's got a safety aspect too. As you're in this pod and you're bicycling around, you're not crossing any roads anymore, are you? You're above the road. Well, it takes care of that. It's actually safer to do. You could even bring a child with you, I guess. Didn't even look into that, right? Put the child in the back or the front, whatever. You're enclosed in there. You don't have to worry about falling out because you're inside the thing. That's kind of cool too. Let's see. We all want to get healthier. Yeah, all of us do want to get healthier, right? Absolutely. So this bicycle thing, that's kind of cool. Maybe generate a couple of bucks. You could charge a few dollars to do it because you can't really bring your own bicycle and do this thing. So it's kind of interesting. Maybe that'll generate a little bit of revenue for that area. Low impact, good for the environment, good for people, family friendly. Yeah, I could think of a few other things to do out there too. But look at that one. And let's use that as the example when it comes to like things that we want to accomplish. Do we really need to know the details? Or do we just have to get excited about the possible outcome? Well, I think you just got to get excited about the positive outcome and then figure it out. And I know, if you're listening to a motivational speaker, you're probably getting stuff like that. If you're listening to some sort of coach of some sort, that's going to tell you, yeah, yeah, well, here's what you need in order to get things done. Farmer Joe, if in order for you to stay focused, here's what you need to do in order to get things done. You need to write it down. Yes. Well, here's what happens if you write down a plan. By the time you get done writing it down, start implementing things like, oh my God, I didn't know. Had a conversation with somebody earlier today who's volunteered for a position in in a nonprofit, and he was pretty confident he knew what everything was going to wind up being. And it's like, oh, wait a second. It became a little bit more involved in different things. Still loves the whole thing and doing it. Man, I got tons of different situations like that. But what keeps him going is the fact that he's excited about it. Not his knowledge level, but his excitement level. That's got to be there. Hey, look, if your knowledge level on something is this and your excitement level is this, how long are you going to do it for? Well, what if you're getting paid for it? Well, you know what? If you're getting paid, that could be exciting to you. And if you're really excited about getting paid, then all of a sudden your excitement level, remember your knowledge level is not going to move. Maybe it gets a little bit bigger as time goes by, but your excitement level is going to increase. Why? Because you find joy in it, because you find love in it. Yeah, because you find love in getting paid 50 grand, 100 grand, 150, $200,000, $250,000 or more. Oh, that could be exciting. Maybe you're doing this because you're good at doing that and the rest of that, but you get paid, and earning money is great and exciting and stuff like that. For some people, hey, you know what? Just earning the money is exciting. For others, is what you do with that money. That becomes exciting. So now all of a sudden we have that earned money, and we drop this, that disappears. Now we have that money. Now we could use that money for something else. And hopefully the money we use for something else will go better than that job. It'll go up higher, 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 higher. That'd be cool. So I really think the excitement level has to be there. Direct or indirect, it absolutely, positively needs to be there. And what about taking on these roles that we're not ready for and stuff like that? Now what? You learn. You learn. How do I get things done? You learn. All of a sudden, resources come to you. Let's go back to those coaches. You're going to go to a group, and it's a group meeting about how do you achieve goals and things like that. And there's quite a few coming up. In fact, the Donna Sirianni has one coming up, moving forward strategies. You should check into that. I'll make sure we get that thing posted, perhaps for tomorrow. I don't have it queued up. Yeah, I'm trying to learn something new here about, like, preparing. But she's got those things. She's got the seminar coming up about moving forward strategies. But I know there are others that are out there in the past, and maybe Donna does it too. Don't know exactly how she's going to approach this whole thing. But others will sit down and they'll tell you to do a vision board. What is a vision board? Does that have anything to do with knowledge? Not a thing in the world. Not a thing in the world. She's not even asking you to draw something. If you're an artist and you can draw it, well, all the better. But if not, just get a magazine, cut it out. Go snip, snip, snip with the scissors, cut it out, and you got a vision board. Oh, I would love to live in this house that's in the mountains, overlooking the valley. That would be great. I know my wife would love to live. Yeah, we'll go back to the Farmer Joe. I don't have a farmer's hat here, but my wife would love to live upstate someplace where she's got a farm and not raising or growing any vegetables, but rescuing all kinds of animals and doing that whole thing. And it's like, okay, that's good. That's a vision board thing. Do I have any knowledge as to how we're going to get there? Do I have a mapped out strategy as to how we're going to get there? Not a clue. No. But if you speak to a coach, they're going to tell you to do a vision board. What is the vision board? It's not a strategy to get to someplace. It's a picture of the end. It's the excitement. That's what it is. So, dear wife, if you really want a house that has a open area, acres there where you can rescue animals, you got to figure out a whole lot of things. whole lot of things. One is, how do we move to such a place? So, but not the rest of that stuff. But what does it look like? How do we make it real? How do you keep that excitement level of it up? Because if it's not exciting, it just kind of fades away. Create a vision board. Find that photo in some home and garden magazine, travel magazine, animal rescue magazine, hiking magazine, something like that. Homes in Colorado or homes in the mountains or whatever, and create that vision board. Use that photo. Keep that excitement up. Look it and keep it real. Keep it real. Look at it every day and do that thing and keep that excitement level up. And then something crazy happens. And you could speak to your clergy about this whole thing, and they'll tell you, have faith. You could speak to that coach who did the vision board and say, don't worry, resources will come to you. You could read some of these motivation books and learn the secret. You could read another book and learn about, it's called that law of attraction. And it comes to you. So don't worry about that knowledge like that. Worry about the excitement level. And then go and do and learn. It'll help you through those little situations that come up like, whoo, that was quite the learning experience. And sometimes they are. Sometimes they are quite the learning experiences. My trips on the comedy stage were quite the learning experiences in that, oh yeah, you got to live outside your comfort zone. You best be very careful when you start sharing that, because the law of attraction works that way too. I was excited about that because I knew that in order for us to grow, we need to do that. We need to live outside that comfort zone. And I could translate that into some of these things. Yeah, Earl, going down that drag strip as a passenger. I was living outside the comfort zone. Did that a couple of times. Well, now all of a sudden it's gotten a little bit more comfortable. Who knows? Maybe move over to the other side of the car, the one with the steering wheel, not just play passenger, on that one. But it's kind of fascinating. I find that whole thing fascinating as to everything that happens in that car. Forget about going down the track, just the prep and everything like that. It's exciting. It's new. It's different. Want to learn about it. It's fascinating. And then what that means to careers, not race car driver careers. I mean, how many people are going to actually earn a career driving a car? How many people that are out at that, at EPCAL, that are earning a living driving those cars? I would say, as far as I know, not one. Are they getting paid? Not for that race out there, but some other places when they race, they get sponsorship dollars and stuff like that. Yeah. They definitely, maybe there is something like that, but that's not it, man. They're out there having a great time. So it's not about the career of a race car driver. It's about the careers that are created by something like that. I find that exciting. And that's part of my whole interest with the whole thing. Now, the question to you is, what do you find exciting? You might be so good at something. You have that inner knowledge of something that you're just good at doing. If you could keep your level of excitement up in something like that, wow, I give you a whole lot of credit, man. That is great. That means you have fallen into a career. Fallen into a career, that sounds like luck. I don't believe in luck. Let's rephrase that one. How about that? That means, and Devon, since you've joined us over here, I know you're in the faith category on that one. That means that you've been guided into a career. You've been guided on a path that is going to allow you to reach your full potential. For those that know, maybe it's a family business that you just find to be incredibly exciting. You grew up doing it. There's a young lady I got to know that I think she doesn't have the total excitement level though. So she's very embraced in learning. maybe there's some aspect of it she just hasn't latched onto yet. But family business is in a certain vocation. I don't like talking about other people's specific stuff unless they share it. So she's in a specific, got a specific vocation that he's in, the dad's in, and maybe she'll follow along. And she's on that learning curve, very young, on that learning curve. Maybe she just hasn't found that one portion of it that really gets her excited about the whole thing. But if she does, it's like there are different ways to be guided down something. That's true. Faith, perhaps, family, perhaps, friend, situations, where you grew up, the area of the country. Look, if I grew up on a farm, chances are I'd probably be a farmer. Well, because I'm surrounded by it. You're just part of it. It's just what you grew up doing. I could be there. But if you might be good at it, but that excitement has to be there. That's why we're seeing so many people. It's interesting. Yeah, that not following in the family footsteps. Prior years, situations had those conversations about family businesses that the kids just don't want to be in the family business anymore. They just don't want to be in the family business. I have nothing to do with it. So the excitement's not there. Even they may know whatever it is they need to know. It's just positively not there. So keep exploring. If you're inherently good at something, find the excitement with it and go that way. If you're not, then you're not. And you know what? It just might not be because you're just not good at things. It's just because you have not found that thing that you're exciting, that excites you. Find that thing that excites you. And if your base level is here and your excitement level continues to grow, you're going to do it and you're going to keep on doing it. Look, I got on that. I got on that. I'll wrap this up somewhere down the line. But the excitement of that microphone, of the getting on stage in my world, continues to drive me forward. It's pretty interesting, pun intended there, Errol. Continues to drive me forward, and it continues to open up different opportunities, which are pretty interesting. And none of it is a paid speaker. Forget that. You know, none of it is a paid speaker. So there are different things we're good at where it may not be an exact career, you know, and that kind of thing. But those things you are good at could open up doors that are just absolutely incredible and amazing. And a lot of it just could be is it how you continue to improve, how you continue to become a better and better person, how you continue to work through different situations, different challenges. Because people see that. And then people say, you know, maybe I should give that person a call. Maybe they should give you a call and present you with an opportunity. Present you with an opportunity. Why? Because you're good at it? Maybe. Competent? Yes, you got to be competent, whatever. But they have the confidence in you that you're going to learn, that you're going to continue to grow, that you are, and this is the most important thing, that you're a positive influence. A positive influence. Because that's what organizations need. That's what they want. Whether it's a positive influence on other employees, whether it's a positive influence you would have representing that company with the customers that you are servicing, that you are working with, that company is working with, that population that they're working with, their target market, call it whatever you want to call it. They want that excitement. Your knowledge will follow, but they want that excitement. They want that excitement level there. So continue on with that. Figure out that excitement. Hey, I should have asked you before, but that'll be fine. So I'll get in touch with a couple of you a little bit later on. This comes to the thinking out loud. All right, stay focused here. You know, again. All right, so here's what transpired also real recently. Number one, hey, we might as well, you know, mention this up. So, Mike, we got you covered on the bicycle. Errol, I participated Brian had Brian Lowens from an NHRA did another one of these series about becoming a drag racing announcer and how to do it and how to explain the time slip and bracket racing, all the rat stuff, what a breakout is, and, and taking too much um, stripe. That was the word. Taking too much stripe. Do you have any idea what the heck this stuff means? No. Excitement, knowledge. Here we go, folks. Excitement level and knowledge. I'm continuing to try to bring this up, and the more I learn, the more exciting I get. So hopefully those two never really meet, and I mean that in a positive manner. Because the more I get excited about something, the more I want to learn, and the more I learn, the more excited I get. Just think about the possibilities that you would have in that respect. Every time you go out there and you help somebody, could you imagine? Is that if every time you help someone, your knowledge increased, because look, knowledge is a two-way street. How many times have you sat down with somebody like, oh, I didn't know that. Didn't know that. And you learn. They learn, you learn. That's a good situation, is it not? And the more you learn, it's like, wait, if that's the case, that gets me an idea. All of a sudden, you get a good idea. What happens there? That's right, man. That excitement level increases. Oh, and the more excited you get, the more you want to learn. It's a beautiful thing. And then also what happens too is that everybody sees you. I didn't finish yet, so we're not going to go with the big three in the end over there, but everybody sees you. And then you know what I mean. You find that either somebody from up above is guiding you, maybe law of attraction is falling into place, maybe your destiny is there, maybe it is the secret that you've learned, maybe it is exactly what you should be doing, and that is the case. So however you're influenced to get there, find your excitement. Excitement comes before desire, and excitement plus desire equals success. And put all kinds of quotients you want on that one. You math majors can go figure that out, but there's a relationship in there. The more excited you are, the more you want to learn, the more you want to learn, the more excited you are. And that means the greater the success is, flat out, without a doubt, across the board. Unbelievably so, without a doubt. All right, here's what I want to finish with over here. Let's go back here. Let's bring back the tomato. I was just looking at the book back here. Talk about desire to continue on. Really great. And then that one on this side, on my left, that one right down there, whoop, over there. That book, I brought that book with me on the top of Mount Washington, climbed up Mount Washington with that book, held it up in the air, took the photo, and that became the strategies of success thing. Excitement, desire, knowledge. Well, let me tell you, the excitement carried the knowledge and understanding of what it's like to climb up Mount Washington. That was a learning experience. So I'd like to go back again. And now I know, and now we're sudden my excitement level is still here. My knowledge level needs to go up here, or training level, in that case. All right, let's bring back here all right. The networking event. This is Tuesday, next Tuesday, the 24th. So we will be participating. Who is we in this case over here? This is the Miller Business Center. It's at the Centereach Library. I will actually, why don't we just do this right now? Miller Business Center. I'm going to put the link up for it. This should be good for many of you to attend. And there it is, millerbusinesscenter.org. Let's get back to StreamYard here. And I will just post that up there. That's just the website itself. You can find the networking event and all the other stuff that is going on there. But the Miller Business Center, Centereach Library is where it's located. Very simple, right off Middle Country Road. Piece of cake to get to, easy in that respect. This is a free event to attend. There are definite value adds in free events. This happens to be one. This event is actually advertising, we'll say, promoting the different networking events that are in and around the Suffolk area, and some of them go well beyond Suffolk. The HIA, the Hauppauge Industrial Association group, goes well beyond Suffolk. And let's see, LitTip, the local one is there, the LGBT network, another one of these far-reaching groups. I think they're based in Hauppauge. If not based in Hauppauge, they're based in Ronkonkoma. over there, along with quite a few other groups. SWEBAC, Suffolk County Women's Business Enterprise Coalition, say that quick, is obviously Suffolk County. That's why they named it Suffolk County Women's Business Enterprise Coalition. Go figure that out. Stuff is just not that complicated. So we will be there. I will be there personally, but I am going to be there representing Toastmasters. Toastmasters, that public speaking organization. Yes, 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 yes. And I got the little banner up to someplace over here for that one. I think we're a little off camera with that. It is. That's it. The yellow flag that's on the side there. Whatever. So, anyhow, so we're going to be there with Toastmasters. I've got a couple of friends, two of them that I know will be attending this thing with me. We'll be at the table. We'll be talking about Toastmasters. It's not necessarily a networking group, but it's about public speaking. It's about becoming a better speaker. It's about gaining confidence as a speaker, which in my case, and I will give you my side of the story here pretty quickly, it has allowed me to do things. It has inspired me to do things. It has given me the level of knowledge I needed, because my excitement level was actually not that high when I got started, because I was put into a situation as a sales manager that I needed to learn here. So I was not excited. It was down here, but my need was there. I had to do it. And then as I learned more, I got more excited, and then all of a sudden the excitement level is up over here. So now I just continue to try to do different things, because I know how important the power of communication is. And you do too. It applies to everything we do, everything that we do, including climbing Mount Washington, because that gave me the confidence to go out and talk to all kinds of people and let people know that, hey, I've never done this before. I could use your help in guiding me as that went. It also allowed me to get onto a comedy stage a couple of different times. It also allowed me to get on a comedy stage and improv my 8 to 10 minute routine, which wasn't a routine because it was all improv. Panel discussions, I announcing the drag racing. We'll go back to that again. I mean, like, it's been just unbelievable business. There's been a business situation where it extended my career at a company for a solid 3 months, if not even a little bit more than that, because of a merger that was going on. I went out and delivered the bad news about what they really had to do with the merger. The merger was good. Some of the things they had to do, not so good. So nothing like standing up in front of a group and saying, okay, take time out of the middle of your day. I know you're busy. I know it's more important than, and you think you're more important than what I'm going to tell you. And what I'm going to tell you is bad. Oh, that was great. But it opens up opportunities, gives you confidence, does all kinds of things. So I had asked if I could attend this thing over there, because every one of those networking groups, you know what happens at those networking groups? People communicate. They go. They talk. They deliver elevator pitches inside of the BNIs, the tips, and some of those things. They get there 5 or 10 minutes to talk about their company. When you go around the room, everybody's spotlighted. Well, you get a chance to be spotlighted every so often. Perhaps there are panel discussions that take place on many of these things. The HIA does them all the time. At the trade show, there's all kinds of different opportunities for you to get there and speak. On LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever, you should have your about section, should have a little video that says what you are, who you are. Introduce yourself, not factually, I went to school here, I got that's a screw that. I'm talking about who you are. Communication is part of everything. It opens up doors all over the place. That's my secret to you. Don't downplay it. And they know. I've spoken over at the center a couple of times, given different seminars. Truly believe it's really important. And of course, if you're in a Toastmaster club, you're going to get to know everybody, and then no trust factor, is there. But understand, if you're going into a Toastmaster club, your aim is to become a better speaker. It means every once in a while you are going to screw up and push yourself. This is not your knowledge base we're talking about. It's the way that you communicate out. That's a beautiful thing. The better you can do at it, the better everything is. The more opportunities are there. And isn't that what the networking groups are all about? Creating opportunities? Yeah, I tend to think so. All right. So now that we're past 30 minutes, I still need to move the clock over here. That's one of the things I want to learn. And that is, I gave a presentation to Toastmasters. Why my icebreaker, the equivalent of introducing myself to the club again. Like, oh, you know what? Because there's still so many things that I want to learn that's going to help me achieve more, keep me more excited about different things. One of them is ending smack dab on time at 30 minutes. I didn't do that today. Two is not having to flip through different photos as this goes, but actually creating a video, creating an intro to Tomato Talk, editing, learning how to edit and stuff like that. There's so much more I'd like to do. And I'm thrilled that you're along for the ride to make this thing happen. It'll be really, really great. All right, so hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday next week, next Monday. I believe we have a guest on, so we'll get that information out to you. We'll share that all tomorrow. Very excited about doing that. It's about delegating. Yeah, delegating. Should you delegate? Absolutely. Should you have knowledge of what you are delegating? Well, don't ask me. We'll ask the guest. In the meantime, we are out of here. Folks, Errol, again, feel better. Mike, always enjoy seeing your photos. So go take a look on my Facebook page. You see that bicycle thing. I think that could be an interesting addition in a lot of places. Kind of cool, Karen. Time for lunch when I get out over here. Devon, let's talk. I heard you had a little thing going on over there. Hopefully that got corrected. I assume that was you. Plus, you also got your radio show. Definitely want to chat with you about that. And now we're down to Mike again, and then me. I talk enough to me. We'll let that go. All right, folks, remember, here's what it is you need to do because you will inspire others to do the same. You keep that excitement level up. All right. Now, what is that to do? Don't fumble on your words for one, but speak well, speak often, and live inspired. You'll achieve more, you'll do more, and it'll be great because people will see it and people will follow you, which means you'll see, do more, get excited more, and all the rest of that kind of stuff. Keep it happening, my friends. Keep it happening. Have a great day.